Chapter 51 Dirac. After a crazy spiral of death toward the ground to gain as much vertical speed as possible, Bouncer had flared out the canopy at the last minute and touched down on tiptoes as if he'd simply stepped off a deep pile carpet. Almost immediately his nanotech reincorporated the chute as he cleared the area and waited for Graham to catch up. Graham had not even tried to keep up, he was just happy that Bouncer had jumped from the plane in the first place. "Come on, Graham, I've been here for ages," shouted Bouncer from the pavement as Graham touched down. Graham smiled as his chute was reintegrated. Yes, I know, slow old Graham." As they headed off in the general direction of Dirac's house, Bouncer patted his friend on the shoulder and smiled. "Oh, I wouldn't say old." A few minutes later they found themselves in front of a somewhat understated house. "Are you sure it's this one?" asked Bouncer. "Yeah, pretty sure, but there's only one way to find out, hey?" replied Graham as he walked up to the front door and knocked. A minute later shuffling noises could be heard from the hallway, the other side of the door, before it opened. "Hello, how can I help?" Paul Adrien Maurice Dirac, regarded as one of the most significant physicists of the 20th century, was born at his parents' home in Bristol, England, on August 8, 1902. He was educated in Bristol before taking a maths degree at Bristol University. In 1923, after graduating with first-class honors degree, he received a £140 scholarship from the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, along with a £70 scholarship from St. John's College. He had enough to live at Cambridge. Dirac was eventually Lucasian Professor of Mathematics at Cambridge from 1932 to 1969. "Mr. Dirac?" asked Graham cautiously. "Yes, I am Paul Dirac. What can I do for you?" "We have some information and questions for you that we think will interest you." "Oh, really? And why would that be?" Not wanting to either unduly scare Dirac or miss his opportunity, Graham quickly decided to go for broke and just told him the truth. "My friend and I are from the future, and we need your help to get home." Dirac simply stood in the doorway as if letting that little bombshell sink in for a moment. After what seemed like a couple of minutes of inactivity, Graham audibly prodded the now apparently catatonic Dirac. "Mr. Dirac, are you okay?" "Yes, what?" was Dirac's response. "Are you okay?" repeated Graham. Yes, I'm fine, thank you." "The future, you say? You better come in then. Would you like a cup of tea?" Graham looked to Bouncer and vice versa as they stepped over the threshold. Stopping in the hallway, Graham turned to Dirac and thanked him. "We have just parachuted from a DC-3 flying from Gibraltar to Falmere Air Base after escaping Nazi Germany. A cup of tea would be lovely." With mugs in hand, the three stood in Dirac's kitchen. There was clearly something going on in Dirac's head, but as yet he wasn't talking. "So let us first assume you're telling the truth. How do you expect me to validate your statement?" asked Dirac. Graham thought for a second. "Would sufficiently advanced technology help?" "Yes, I suppose that would go some way towards a validation," replied Dirac. "Excellent," replied Graham as he phased from human form to full-on Boston Dynamics bipedal android, and continued chatting as he reached out his hand for Dirac to shake. "My name is Graham, and this is Bouncer. How does this work for you?"